Today, we're going to be learning the basics of area and perimeter. So without further ado, let's get along with the video. So first, let's actually understand what a perimeter or area is. So, perimeter is the total length of sides in a 2D shape, whereas area is the concept of the space occupied by a 2D figure. So first, let's see how to find the perimeter and area of a square. Now, a square is one of the simplest shapes we have. We know that in a square, all the sides and angles are equal. And so, first let's find out how to find the perimeter. We know that perimeter is the total sum of the sides. So in the square, as all the sides are equal, we can do side plus side plus side plus side, or 4 times s. So basically you have to multiply 4 with the length of a side in the case of a square. Now, area. Area, we have to find the space enclosed by the square. So this part. So how do we find it? Good question. We're actually going to multiply both sides together. So side times side, or side squared. So if we want to find the perimeter of a square, we have to multiply 4 times the side, and in the case of area, we have to square the side. Now, let's find the perimeter and area of this particular square, whose side is 5 centimeters. So first, let's find the perimeter. So, what was the formula to find the perimeter of a square? That's right, it was 4 times side. But now, instead of s, we can replace that with 5. So, 4 times 5 is 20. But are we forgetting something? Yes, we are. Whenever you find perimeter or area, you have to write the unit. You should not forget it. So since this is centimeters, I'm going to pop centimeters at the end. Now let's find the area. We're going to use the formula side squared. And so that's basically 5 times 5, which is 25. Remember the unit, centimeters, but when we're finding area, we have to put centimeter square or unit square. So, for this particular square, the perimeter is 20 centimeters, while the area is 25 centimeters squared. So now, let's look at another shape. This time, let's have a rectangle. So what are the properties of a rectangle? Well, we know that opposite sides are equal. We know that all the angles are also equal. And so, in a rectangle, there is the length and the breadth, because there are different measures. So, basically, these two are the same, and so are these two. So first, let's find the perimeter. Formula for that. Well, we know that to find the perimeter, we have to find the sum of all sides. So basically, that would be length plus breadth plus length plus breadth. We were adding all of these together. But if we simplify that, that is basically 2 into L plus B, or 2 into length plus breadth. How do we get that? Well, let's group these two and these two together. So 2L plus 2B. 2 is common, so I take that aside and it'll be 2 into L plus B. Now, what about area? This is actually similar to that of a square. You're basically going to multiply the length and the breadth. So basically it's L times B. Pretty simple, isn't it? So this particular rectangle has its length to be 11 centimeters and its breadth to be 5 centimeters. So first let's find the perimeter. So what's the formula to find the perimeter of a rectangle? That's right, 2 times L plus B. Or let's replace L and B with the numbers. 2 times 11 plus 5. So what's the answer? Well, 11 plus 5 is 16. So basically it's 2 times 16, which is 32. But remember the unit. So you're going to put centimeters. Now, let's find the area. So how do you find the area? Pretty easy. Length times breadth. So let's replace that with 11 times 5, which is 55 centimeters square. So finally, we have a triangle. So in a triangle, we have the height and the base and of course the other two sides. So how do we find the perimeter and area? First, let's start with the perimeter. So, what's the formula to find the perimeter of a triangle? Well, the perimeter is the sum of all sides, and we can deduce a formula for that because it's basically A plus B plus C, or the sum of all sides. So you have to basically add all the three sides together. There's no specific formula. Now let's look at area. Area, however, let's get rid of the C and A. Area, however, is a little different. Do you realize that a square, if we divide a square or a rectangle, you get a triangle? Yeah, so and what's the formula for a rectangle or a square? It's side times side, or length times breadth. Or this can be the height and this can be the base. It's pretty much the same. So we can use that formula here too. So can I write base times height? No, that would work for a parallelogram, a square, a rectangle, but it can't work for a triangle because a triangle is half of it. Wait a minute, that's the answer. What if we do half times base into height? That works. Half of base into height. So let's pretend that this is an equilateral triangle with all sides, including the base, 5 centimeters and the height as 4 centimeters. So what's the formula to find the perimeter of a triangle? We don't have one, so we have to add all the sides. So it's going to be 5 plus 5 plus 5, which will be 15 centimeters. And as for the area, it will be half times base times height. So the base is 5 centimeters and the height would be 4 centimeters. So it's going to be 20 by 2. half of 20 because 5 times 4 is 20 and the half of 20 is 10 centimeters square. Pretty easy, wasn't it? Hope you liked the video and make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for new updates. I'll see you all later. Bye!